All right, we are going to make the za dough because we have to make the za dough foist so that then we can make pizzas with it. So, one of these days, I'm gonna get pizza dough right. I'm gonna get just dough, bread-like things. We're gonna do this right. Okay, so, incredibly simple. It's just bread, but it's a special type of flour. So I've mentioned in my first video when I did pizzas, is that the flour that you need is type 00 flour. It's what you need. And they've basically labeled it as pizza flour. That's just what it is. It's got a high gluten content, which keeps it from burning really, really badly in an outdoor pizza oven, or basically a high temperature pizza oven. So we're gonna try and do this the right way, the efficient way. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get some hot water. Not super hot water, but hot water. Okay, so I want this water to be about 110, 115. Hot enough to where it's not like, oh, I can keep my hand in there, but hot enough to where it'll help reabsorb into the flour. It's kind of what we're aiming for. So I want about 350 grams of water. So this is instant yeast. This is gonna end up being, well, 1/4 of an ounce or 7 grams, but 1 whole packet is fine. And I wanna give the yeast kind of a little bit of a head start. Give him a light whisk in there. Okay. Next, we're gonna add 650 grams of our pizza flour. And I'm doing this in grams because you can't necessarily do it in cups, because 3 cups could be something one day, and then another day it could be more or less. So doing it in grams, you get an exact amount no matter what. Okay, next, we're gonna add 12 grams of salt. I know that seems like a lot. I think that ends up being about a teaspoon of salt. Okay, we don't need him anymore. Set him off to the side, him off to the side, him off to the side. Off to the side. Okay, now we're gonna get our clean hands dirty, and we're gonna mix. And we're gonna try and be gentle with this, but we're gonna work this until it forms into kind of a shaggy dough ball. And it will all kind of stick to your hands for a minute until you get it all worked in there. And it is gonna be a little lumpy, which is gonna lead us to our next step, which is we're going to just take a damp towel, not a soaking wet towel, but a damp towel, cover it, and we're gonna let this, what is called auto lips, which is basically right now we have a nice big clumpy dough ball. It's kind of tough, and we're gonna let all that water absorb into that flour and give it some oomph. But then it's gonna kind of relax a little bit. But like I said, we're gonna let this go for an hour, then we'll come back, and then we'll sit there and we'll work it for 5 minutes. All right, it has been an hour. So now, see how it is doubled in size, and it actually looks a little less clumpy. But now I'm going to put this on a lightly floured surface, and I'm going to put him on the cutting board, and then we're going to work him for 5 minutes. And we're just going to stretch, hold into itself, and we're going to do this till it's nice and smooth, and there shouldn't be a whole lot of clumps when we're done. This will help build up some strength. This will help, like I said, get rid of the clumpy flour, and it'll make it look nice. Now we're trying to build up gluten, build up some elasticity, and I'm working it, but I'm not like putting my whole body into it either. Okay, there's that. So now I have a nice big rectangle container that I'm just going to put him in there. And then I'm going to put my lid on this, and I'm going to leave him out, and he's going to do his final proof, and then I'll see it in 24 hours, and then in 24 hours we'll be able to start making pizza. So he's just going to sit here like so, and I'll be back in 24 hours. All right, it has been 24 hours. Well, actually it's been like 20 and a half. Anyway, This is what we're going for. Okay? This is what we're going for. So now, I'm going to split this up into dough balls. Basically, however big I want my pizza to be. So I got my scale. I got some semolina flour for this, because like I said, I'm gonna do this right. This cutting board. So, I got my scale, I got my dough, got my flour, got my cutting board. And I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit on here to keep it from sticking. And this will work a lot better than regular flour, because regular flour or bread flour or whatever, or even the pizza flour, it still reabsorbs into the dough and it makes everything sticky. So, I wanna do anywhere from like 250 to 300 grams of pizza dough. Okay, that's about 257. I'm gonna reshape this to a nice dough ball. Okay, set him off to the side. Let's do another one. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but we're gonna let it proof again for another hour or two, because I've, been messing with it. And this looks like this is gonna make about 4. This will make about, 10-inch pizzas. Okay? And I'm gonna sprinkle some semolina over these guys. Keep them from sticking to each other. And I'm gonna also put some back into my container, because now I'm gonna place these guys back in here, give them a little bit of space, because now we're gonna let them proof for another hour or two. And we're just gonna let them sit there and do their thing. Because then, now that we've, because we've been messing with them and they've lost some of their oomph, their elasticity, so we're gonna let them rest, like I said, for an hour or two, and let them do their thing. It'll be a lot easier to work with. It'll be a lot easier to mess with, but let's come back in an hour or two. Let's assemble some pizza. So I'm gonna use this guy, and I'm gonna first backtrack. I'll lay down some semolina. Okay, take this guy out, and I'm just gonna use my fingers, kind of form it out. And I'm not gonna lie, that warm water really aided in keeping this elastic, keeping this easy to spread. And like I said, letting it sit for another hour really helped a lot too. Give it a chance to form out, and then we're just gonna let gravity do the rest. And this time, I'm going to assemble the pizza on the pizza peel instead of trying to get it back on the pizza peel once I have made it. Because I think not having a wooden peel didn't help, and it made it hard to get off, and it just didn't work out very well. And I'm using my fingers because I don't want to smash the dough, and so this is keeping some of the air still in it while also stretching it out. Because the other thing is, whatever shape this ends up being is basically where it's going to stay, and I want it to keep it that way. I'm going to make a couple different pizzas, but this is the one that I want to show, because this one's super simple, super easy. Also going to put a little bit on my pizza peel, because this will help it roll off really nice. And then just do a final stretch on the pizza peel. And I can tell just by the feel that this will slide right off. I have no doubt in my mind that this will not stick to the pizza peel. It's the other nice thing about using semolina is it will keep it from sticking, that's for certain. Bring him over here. So let's assemble this pizza. So my sauce is going to be olive oil. That's going to be the base of this. I know that seems kind of weird, but there's a science to it, I promise. Okay? Next, take a bunch of prosciutto, because that's what it is. It's a prosciutto pizza. It's not a bread pizza, it's a prosciutto pizza. But I'm gonna take a couple slices of prosciutto and tear it into nice chunks. This will almost act like bacon, which is kind of what I'm aiming for. And don't be afraid to put some on there, because that's what this pizza is. That's what, I mean, you know. Next, I got some fresh goat cheese that I got. Tear it, kind of do chunks. You don't need to go horribly crazy with it, because it's very pungent, strong cheese. And also the fresh stuff is very wet. And then I'm gonna drizzle just a little bit more olive oil on top of this. And that's that. Let's go head out to the pizza oven, get it fired up, throw this guy in here. I think that was a minute, maybe a minute and a half. That wasn't horrible at all. But ain't this just a beaut? It's got a little bit of char on the crust. It's not like horrific. It's not horrible. Probably could have gone maybe another, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. But I really just wanted to get some of this prosciutto crisped up, and then that cheese get a nice brown on it. But last thing I'm gonna do is dress this with just a little bit of this balsamic glaze. And that is that. Simple, easy, quick, beautiful. Let's try it out. So this crust turned out so much better, but look at the pockets in that. Like that's what I want. That right there is just beauty. And then that's just a nice slice. Cheers. Like the prosciutto literally turns into bacon, and it's just, and then the bottom of the crust got some char, but that's probably from the pizza oven or the pizza stone, just having char on it, char dust on it. But and I don't know what it is about this flavor combo. That sweetness, like almost not intense sweetness, but very upfront sweetness with the balsamic. And then just that nice pungy cheese and saltiness of the prosciutto just works in harmony. I know that sounds like a lot. I love this flavor combo. Well guys, there you have it. A prosciutto and goat cheese wood-fired pizza. Like I've said before, I'm so excited to make so many different things in this pizza oven. But there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did and you're new, make sure you hit that sub button for me. Throw a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Throw out some ideas maybe. And as always, peace out, and I will see you guys in the next one.